What's your opinion of Chinese equipment? This question comes from Ethan in Longmont, Colorado. Hey, another Coloradan. All right. Ethan writes to us, what's your opinion on the bespoke audiophile products coming out of China? The Shenzhen audio scene is making extremely competitive, well-reviewed gear that, to my ears, performs as well or better than a lot of high-end brands at a fraction of the price. They use the same high-grade components and techniques for their circuits, and some even use OCC copper for their internal wiring, a complaint you've had in the past videos. Their engineers seem to take audiophile logic very seriously, yet they seem to get the short shrift from audiophiles. Why is this? Well, I get it. I am very active on our forums. We have a very active forum over at psaudio.com. If you want to get in on the forums, I mean, we have hundreds of thousands of people participating, and they're fun. And you know what? We pay really good attention to our forums so they don't get mean and nasty, because this is the hi-fi family. You're all family to us. And so we don't, when people start getting vile and nasty on forums, we cut them off or tell them to calm down, take a deep breath, do something. So our forums are really kind of fun. But I do see this bias towards Chinese companies. And I see this bias in our country. One of our employees is an Asian fella, and he doesn't come from China, it comes from Laos. Great guy, Showa. And Showa has been in Walmart with people yelling at him during the pandemic. You know, it's like, you people caused this, you know, and just, oh my Lord in heaven. Stop. It's intolerable. It's nothing to do with race and ethnicity. This is crazy. All kinds of things come from this country and that country. We are one world. We are the human population, and we should love and respect each other and support each other. And I object strongly to this nationalism. It's total bullshit. Sorry, I get a little worked up when I think about this. I'm not a nationalist. Do I pay particular attention at PS Audio to make sure that our products, as much as we can, are made in the USA, support local jobs and economies? Absolutely. The majority of what we make is built right here, is sourced right here, and we support local economies. But it's not because, I'm a big flag-waving nationalist. It's because it's the right thing to do. Okay? It makes economic sense. These are our neighbors, our families, and we can do what we can to support them. But if I find a better part in China, in India, in Africa, I'll buy it there. It's just common sense. So, to the original question, and you know where I'm coming from, right? Now, a lot of you are like, "Ruff," but get over it. Sorry. Really, sorry. We got to just get over this prejudice thing we got going on. And I'm not saying, Ethan, I'm not saying that you're prejudiced at all. You're asking a great question. And I do see this out there because somehow, I remember back during the Japanese bashing days and after World War II, which probably a lot of you weren't around for them, it was like, made in Japan, cheap crap. That's what it was, right? It was just transistor radios and, it was like, oh, it's made in Japan. And over time, the Japanese, of course, became an economic and manufacturing powerhouse, they are revered around the world. Well, China's going through the same thing. Why? Because, there was cheap labor. And somehow people seem to equate cheap with, or low cost, but I think let's use the word cheap with cheap products. And by cheap, we mean not as good. And that's just not the case. It can be, but that doesn't always mean the case. So when you take my advice, which has always been, look at the company that you're talking about. whether it's PS Audio, whether it's Audis, whether it's Arender, and ignore where it's made. Please, just look at the company. What are the people's goals? What are they trying to accomplish? And do they look like they have the skills and the assets to pull it off? Are they honest? Are their goals and aims aligning with yours? That's how you choose a company. Then go do the research. Then give it a try. But no, I think there's great products coming out of China. I think there's great products coming out of Japan, out of all manner of country throughout the world. But that's just me, and I live here in paradise, and I understand that a lot of people don't have the same luxuries that I do. I get it, but it's still no reason to differentiate people on the basis of race, ethnicity, or economics. Just not for me. Okay, thanks. Talk to you later.